Excellent, go for it.
So I'll fly you through mine.
Yes, please.
Down. Go back up. Right,
Yeah.
so I've got two teams I need to train. So I've got the new business team, which is Wayne Caldwell's team. So they do all the outbound calling for us, as you probably know. And then the actual acquisitions team, which is currently about 9 people, but we've had a few people start and stuff, so it might actually be 10 now.
So these are the people that you are going to be training,
so
by the way.
So there's two teams, so I'm going to do them differently because they've got different kind of requirements of what they actually need to be taught and what they don't.
Will you be training them remotely, face-to-face, a bit of both?
A bit of both.
Okay.
With the new business team, I'm going to try my best to do it all here, because they're all office-based, so it's easy to get them all in the same place when they're not pregnant and off-field and all that kind of stuff. So,
okay.
I should be able to get that done before the end of February, because I'm back up in next week anyway, so that should be quite straightforward. I spoke to Wayne about it already, he's going to roll that out to the guys. With the actual acquisitions team, I'll have an initial chat with them on our weekly call on Monday and get a date for our next team meeting, which we've literally just had one, so it probably won't be till end of March, early April, probably early April because of the end of the quarter and start a new one. So it's a little while away, but I'll have an initial chat with them during our conference calls on Monday. So next is kind of just what I'm actually going to teach them or what they need to know. So with the new business team, because they're not physically selling the product, they don't need to know as much as obviously what the acquisitions team is, but what they need to try and get their head around is how to open up conversation. So it's kind of, why would you go to the cloud and use Office 365 versus kind of on-prem solutions? Then why would they actually buy that from O2 rather than anybody else, which is quite key. And just helping them with some conversation starters and some objection handling that people might have when they say, oh, I'm not interested, or just go away. I'll do a little demo for them as well, just so they can get a bit of a better understanding of what it actually looks like and have a bit of a play and feel with it. Because it's one with telling people, but it's nice to actually show them as well. So that's what I'm going to do with them. And then with our acquisitions team, I'll kind of just go over the same kind of things that I did with the new business team, explain some of the work that I've done with them and what their feedback is. Go through the demo with them and go through the kind of high-level, entry-level kind of stuff with them to start off with. And it's not probably the best of orders, but I found from this session that the kind of SharePoint and OneDrive differentiators are quite actually useful and quite key, so I'll go through that with them in a bit more detail. Recap all of the different licensing options and some of the various changes around data upgrades and or limits and how you've got to do that. And then develop kind of an actual strategy to how we're going to get some of this increased knowledge over to increased pipeline, increased sales for Q2 and obviously H2 and so on. But after we've had those kind of initial sessions, try and get an understanding of how we can develop it and move it forward. So we'll have a bit of a pop quiz, which everyone will love, just to kind of understand where everybody is with their current knowledge, and if some people, we've had 2 new starters, so they might need more time than someone like Mike Main, who probably knows more than I do already. So I can design some sort of personal training plans with them.
So within that training deck, by the way, there are some pop quizzes in there. You've probably seen them, some blue square.
And also the quiz that you gave us.
So the knowledge check one, the quiz that I've just done with you guys that I've sent you a link to, I'll send you that in a Word document so you can
I guarantee you pretty much everyone would fail that if I sent it them today without doing anything. I would have failed it.
The idea would be maybe do a before and after session. So maybe do one before, get the game there, and then do one after, and then see if they'll have improved in some way, shape or form.
Then certainly with our acquisitions team on our weekly call, we have guests and various things. I can pinch 15 minutes to go through every week, so a different application. So it might be introducing Delve to them, might be introducing Sway, just to help again broaden their
realistic time frame.
This will be it. I can do the sessions every week. I have calls with them that we've got like 2.5 hours already booked in the diary for calls.
Every week
on Monday without fail. It does made in, but I can pinch 15 minutes of that call to go through.
And you do that remotely anyway?
Yeah, it's all on conference calls and stuff like that. So,
good.
But we all have to be at our computer so we can share screens. So I can effectively do that.
A Skype for business session, and you can share screen, do whatever. Yeah, brilliant. Okay.
And again, just doing a bit more in depth, when we actually have our team meetings every quarter, again, Mark will have no problem giving me half an hour slots to go through where we are, share best practice, see where we are against pipeline and sales improvements, and all that kind of stuff, any product updates, and assess where people feel that their knowledge is and where we can help improve it. For the new business team, it's all well and good me telling them what to do, but I think it'd be quite nice to have actual days with them doing specific calling, targeting just 365 rather than just mobile. And then if they have any problems or they get a customer with some interest, I'm kind of there to then.
How realistic is that? Will Mark be able to release you?
Yeah, piece of piece. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, absolutely fine.
Okay, we'll edit that.
Sorry, that'd be no problem. And then I haven't put a physical number against it because I'm not sure how the other guys would feel within acquisitions around doing some, once we've got a bit slicker with how we do the demonstrations, and we'll say get on the Clives at some point, actually getting them booked in to say, we'll do physical demos. And
it might be that over the next quarter you might say, all right, each of you bring me your top 2 customers that you feel might be hot to trot on 365. We demo it to them, etc., etc. Might be an idea of that. Maybe Mr. Gill can work with you on that as well.
And that was about it, to be fair.
Is that everything?
I
think it's brilliant. Thank you. Very good. Excellent.